Hello everyone, hope you are well. Wanted to wish a happy Vishu to all people from Kerala, even though it's almost done the day. I hope you all have a prosperous, blessed year. Today I wanted to continue my legend series, and today I wanted to give Joel Garner, who was one of the greatest fast bowlers of all time and very feared fast bowler, and who was one of the four fast bowlers of that very famous and feared West Indian pace quartet in the 1970s 80s, which was Sir Andy Roberts, Michael Holding, Colin Croft, and Joel Garner. He was born 16 December 1952 in Barbados, Bridgetown, where Malcolm Marshall was also born. And he is regarded as one of the most difficult bowlers to face. First class cricket, he played for Barbados a lot, and he played for Somerset as well, almost 10 years. He played alongside Vivian Richards and Ian Botham, and he also played one season with South Australia. He played 58 matches, test matches for West Indies, and he took 259 wickets, and his average was 20.97, which was one of the most lowest averages, and he took seven 5 wicket hauls. He never took a 10 wicket haul, but remember in that time there was a lot of competition for wickets in that West Indian team, so everyone was sharing wickets. So he's someone who didn't get a 10 wicket haul in test, but he took 259 wickets. And in one day cricket, he played 98 one day matches, and he took 146 wickets, and he had an excellent average of 18.84, one of the best all time averages. And he took three 5 wicket hauls as well. And famously, that 5 for 39 against England in that 1979 World Cup finals, where he took 5 wickets for just 4 runs in a spell and was on a hat trick twice. And Joel Garner, obviously, people will remember him for his height as well. He was the tallest bowler to bowl at that time when he was playing. And until Mohammad Irfan of Pakistan came, I mean, Joel Garner together with Bruce Reid was the tallest fast bowlers of all time. He was 6 feet 8 inches, which is more than 2 meters. And his nickname was also Big Bird. And even once Jeffrey Boycott joked that they should cut Joel Garner off from his knees, uh, down his knees, so that he can bowl like a normal bowler with normal height. And Brian Rose, the captain of Somerset, once said that Joel Garner's bounce was always too steep to play a drive, and he said it was, I mean, even to just get on to the front foot was difficult against Joel Garner. And that is one thing I can say. He's someone who really kept the batsman on the back foot. And by the way, I didn't say first class cricket, he took 881 wickets in all. And he had a 48 5 wicket hauls and 7 10 wicket hauls. He did take a lot of wickets for Somerset, and even took 6 wickets in the final of the Gillette Cup finals, and once a 5 wicket haul in the Benson and Hedges finals against Surrey as well. And Joel Garner, I was talking about his height. I mean, it's very difficult to play guys who are very tall, and Joel Garner was definitely one of the tallest bowlers who have ever played. And he always got extremely steep bounce, obviously because of his height. And by the way, he had a devastating Yorker. I mean, his Yorkers were called the toe crushers. He used to, from that big height, I mean, he used to really bowl amazing Yorkers, and I have seen many of the clippings where he used to bowl amazing Yorkers. And by the way, he is Joel Garner is the best ODI bowler ever according to the ICC bowler ratings. He is the number one ranked one day bowler of all time, and his 3.09 economy rate is the best ever one day international economy rate for a bowler who has bowled more than 1,000 balls. So that is an amazing record that Joel Garner has. I'm just repeating, 3.09. So that means in an average, if you bowl 10 overs, you have to go for like 30 runs. I mean, you see a lot of bowlers go for 40, 50, 60 even. So 30, and Joel Garner was so miserly. He was so difficult to score off. I mean, especially that height. I mean, you cannot not say about his height. Because of his height, he always got extra bounce. So, I mean, a normal good length bowl for a normal bowler. I mean, when Joel Garner bowled a ball, I mean, that ball probably would be coming around your chest high. So, It was so difficult, like Brian Rose said, to get onto the front foot to Joel Garner. I mean, to drive him was almost impossible when he bowled, and his Yorkers were like excellent as well. It was called the toe crushers. And in that final of the 1979 World Cup against England, he took 5 for 39, and he had a spell where he took 5 wickets for just 4 runs, and he was on a hat trick twice. And that is the best performance ever by a bowler in a final of a World Cup. And he's also one of the only two players in the world to have an average of less than 20, who has taken more than 100 ODI wickets. I have said initially that his average was just 18.84, so you can imagine his how miserly he was, and how much runs he used to concede for a wicket. And obviously, he was a part of that 70s, 80s West Indian fast bowling attack that really terrorized the world. And they didn't lose a Test series for 15 years. That was something. I don't think any country has ever gone 15 years without losing a Test series. But that was a type of team that West Indies had in the 70s, 80s, especially their fast bowlers. And I did say the pace quartet was Sir Andy Roberts, Michael Holding, Colin Croft, and Joel Garner. But later on, he'd also bowled a lot with Malcolm Marshall, Curtly Ambrose, and Courtney Walsh as well. And like I said, he was a really difficult bowler. He had the very hard combinations as a bowler. Someone who had a steep bounce, obviously, like I said, and who also had uh, hello. Sorry, I paused it because there was someone delivery here at home. So anyway, I was just saying. Joel Garner was one of those bowlers that was extremely difficult to face, and he was a far about the tallest bowler, like I said, and with the obviously all the bowlers that he bowled. Initially with the pace quartet, and then Malcolm Marshall and Ambrose Walsh. He really terrorized a lot of batsmen. And in one day internationals, that's where he was more potent as because of his Yorkers and his bounce, and his miserly economy rate. People who have followed cricket, late 80s and even early 90s know that Curtly Ambrose was one of the most miserly bowlers. If you take the best economy rates in the world, in the top 5, 10, Curtly Ambrose is there. But Joel Garner, like I said, is the top-ranked bowler. No one has a better economy rate than Joel Garner, 3.09, and I don't think anyone is ever going to break that record in cricket, especially today with today's cricket with all these small boundaries and restrictions and high-scoring matches and flat pitches. I don't think any bowler will ever come close to that 3.09 economy rate. And like I said, he's the highest ranked ODI bowler of all time. And he's one of the only two players who has less than 20 average for someone who has taken more than 100 wickets as well. And in Test cricket, obviously, he took 259 wickets, which is a lot, obviously. But like I said, he didn't have a 10-wicket haul, but obviously he had to share the bowling with some great bowlers like Andy Roberts, Michael Holding, Colin Croft, Malcolm Marshall, all of them. So he had to share a lot of wickets. This is exactly like I was talking about the Indian spin quartet of B.S. Chandrasekhar, Prasanna Bedi, and Venkat Raghavan. They were always sharing wickets. When you play a test matches, there's only 20 wickets to take in a test matches, and you have such four good bowlers. Everyone is going to have a share of it. So no one person can just keep on taking wickets. So otherwise, Joel Garner would definitely have had 10 wicket hauls in test cricket. But his average was amazing at 20.97 and 259 wickets in just 58 matches. So that is my video on Joel Garner, who was fondly known as Big Bird, and one of the most difficult bowlers to ever face because of his extreme height, 6 feet 8 inches, more than 2 meters, and who bowled toe crush. It was called the toe crushers, devastating Yorkers that he used to bowl, and he was such an effective bowler in one-day cricket, especially, and in Test cricket as well. I hope you have enjoyed this. With this video, I think I've covered the pace quartet because I've already put a video on Sir Andy Roberts, Michael Holding. Oh, sorry, no, I haven't put Colin Croft. I gave Malcolm Marshall, but Malcolm Marshall was not technically in that pace quartet. It was the other 4 bowlers. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you. Please take care, and God bless you.